both sides and are deeply questionable. Is leaving going to cost the average British household £4,300?
Never. Never.
Is it true that we spend £340 million a week on our membership of the EU?
Yes.
And if we were to leave, would we have all of that to spend? And how many times over are we going to spend it? So I know that many people in this room are being frustrated by the way those numbers seem to just be sort of used again and again and again, and they seem rather baseless. It'd be interesting to get our panelists' thoughts on those two numbers. And Ben's first.
Well, my conservative colleague my conservative colleague, as I'm Labour, she's Conservative, who chairs the Health Select Committee, Sarah Wollaston, has come over to Remain today because she is so appalled at the way that the Leave campaign have misused and misled people over facts and figures. And her specific reason was the untruth they tell repeatedly about the NHS, and she's recognised by looking at the evidence that the impact of the economic shock that we'll suffer if we leave the European Union would not only impact everyone's living standards and jobs and investment in this country, hit the pan, but it would also impact our ability to fund our public services adequately. So the answer, in my view, if you care about the NHS, is not to leave the European Union, it's to elect a Labour government. I don't think it makes much sense to cut off your nose to spite your face. Look, the figure that the Treasury came up with, I don't work in the Treasury, I'm an opposition Labour MP, but I think what they were trying to do is they were trying to bring together all of the impacts that the Bank of England have warned about, the Independent Bank of England, that all of the independent economic organisations have warned about, that we would take a hit. That we take a hit in terms of trade, we take a hit in terms of the pound, we take a hit in terms of inward investment. We're already seeing inward investment drying up because of the uncertainty of the possibility of Brexit, that if Brexit happens, that would be likely to take off in a very major way. And it stands to reason, I just ask you to think logically about this, and Tim mentioned this in his previous answer, we could just sign all these trade deals with Lithuania and Latvia. Why would any other European Union country, let alone any other country in the world, want to give us a better trade deal than we have at the moment, us having decided to leave, us as a single country with 27 still in the single market? What would be their incentive to give us a better deal than the one we have at the moment? And as President Obama made quite clear during his recent visit, in international trade talks, Britain would be at the back of the queue because it's far more the United States, China, the way that trade is negotiated in the modern world is it is negotiated in trade blocks. The United States, China, India are going to be interested in making a deal with the European Union, not a deal with one country that used to be in the European Union. So in my view, the economic argument for staying in, and which is supported by all of the independent analysis that there are, the Independent Bank of England, the IMF, the OECD, is it's massively in our interests to stay. And for that reason, and for that reason alone, I hope that you stay, you vote to remain on June the 23rd.
This is the same IMF and BBC and Bank of England, all those fancy, wonderful, taxpayer-funded people who didn't predict the crash of 2008. They didn't see it coming. All these clever guys didn't see it coming. Didn't see it. They told us to join the euro. Look what that did to Greece. 56% youth unemployment in Greece, 25% overall unemployment. So they didn't predict that. So why should we believe them now? Why should we believe them? Just think about it, guys. You know, Peter the Wolf, he kept shouting wolf, wolf, wolf. Nah, they don't know what they're talking about. They've got a different agenda. Now, since we've been in this room, chaps, I did a calculation. We have paid £1.71 million to the EU. There you go, taxpayers' money. Not the British government's money, not their money, your money. £1.71 million has just left our country to go over there. That is on the figure of 10 billion that's been commonly accepted. That's not on the 350 million pounds a day, by the way, that's on the 10 billion a year, which has been accepted by both sides. £1.71 million of taxpayers' money is gone. It's gone. And it's still going. My goodness, very short. So look, guys, okay, really? No. If you don't see it now, you'll never see it.
Well, there we go.
some questions from the floor. And